What's up, YouTube?
What's up, everybody? This is Max.
And it's Josh. And today, we're filming a little bit of a day in the life. We're currently in
Lake Orion.
Lake Orion, working on a super cool project, and figured we can make this video now while the machines are running, while lots of activities going on.
So as you can see behind us, we are currently on a hill. It's about 40-foot drop over a 40-foot distance. So the hill is basically like that. It's very steep. Our skid steer's gotten stuck probably about 5 times, and we are currently working on getting the excavator unstuck from the bottom of the hill. So right now we're also working on building a road. You can see right here behind us we have a bunch of 1 and 3 aggregate. So that's basically 1 inch to 3 inch aggregate crushed limestone that we're going to be using to build a road to get to the bottom where we need to be because the hill is way too steep.
Yeah.
And it was just all mud. So you can imagine how that went. Is probably like a bunch of hillbillies in it.
What would have been the worst case scenario?
Worst case scenario is we started to pull down, skid started sliding, hit a rock, flipped over, and landed in this big, beautiful Lake Orion. So
yeah, that would
our
be
skid steer is not amphibious, and we plan to keep it that way.
Yeah.
For the foreseeable future.
Yeah. So this is a special project. And I say that about every project because every project that we do is a little bit different. This is our first time working on a super steep hill. So,
Exactly that.
Max, come on this side, Max. Give you guys a little bit of action while we're talking. All right. It's a cool view. But yeah, so
Cool view.
you see Matt down there moving some dirt along. And we've got a lot of piles of dirt coming in too. So yeah, we got to be pretty precautious about speed and weight and all kind of stuff like that.
Yeah, a lot of things to take into consideration here. This is probably our last day of the season. So that's the reason why we're out here right now, getting the excavator to the top of the hill. Because what you don't want to do is let your equipment freeze inside of mud. So say it's Christmas and you're working and you end up getting stuck in your skid steer down to the frame. You want to get that sucker out of there as soon as possible before it freezes, because once it freezes, you're as good as stuck until the springtime.
Yeah.
So
here's some activity. So the goal is
we're going to be building a beautiful raised patio.
well, aside from that, like, what's the goal with like what we got going on right now?
Okay, so the goal right now, here, I'll show you guys.
Oh, go ahead.
I'll show you. Sorry about that. So our goal right now is to get this cat to the top of the hill, which is up over here. We're gonna clean the tracks out. We are going to basically grease everything up nice and good.
Yeah.
And get it ready for hibernation. I think we're probably just gonna leave the equipment here.
Yeah.
But then again, we also might take it back to the yard, let it sit in our yard for the winter. Who knows? But yeah, Josh, what else do you think is special about this one? Because that's not only what makes it special.
I mean, I think this is what makes it special. I think, like, you know, this video is intended for homeowners, but also interesting contractors. I think that every project that you do, especially as you grow, you'll do different types of stuff. This background, by the way, is super cool. But this is our first time working on a project that has access that's available, but also not available. You know,
it's available, but extremely not ideal.
Yeah. So, you know, typically we run into situations of, you know, small fence posts, or I don't know, really tight to the neighbor's home, stuff like that. But yeah, that wasn't the case here. The case here is now that you have this massive hill that essentially would kill us all if we don't take it into consideration.
Definitely would. And the reason we deal with clearance issues sometimes is because we got the wide track version of the T76. So instead of, I think it's like 12.2 inch wide tracks, our tracks are actually like 18.3 inches wide.
Yeah.
So our skid steer is actually 80 inches from track to track, which you realistically can't really fit in a ton of places. That's why we actually got our small.
All right. So we were talking about the skid steer. We started with a little pause on the job site.
Small pause.
Real life things happening.
This is real life.
This is real life.
Or it's a simulation.
But yeah, so it's the end of our season, what it looks like. Just getting too cold to operate. Suppliers are moving slower, taking forever to bring deliveries, you know.
And it's just like a muck moo mess. I like to call that a muck moo mess.
Yeah, just a lot of, you know.
Because it could be completely dry and then it'll snow half an inch and it's just nothing but mud. So yeah, right now we have about 12 or 13 man hours into getting the skid steer unstuck off the hill. And if we just keep doing that, you know, we're just gonna be working backwards. So we're just gonna call it right now while we're still in a good spot. And then we'll resume first thing in the spring, once all the weather clears and Mother Nature blesses us with the opportunity to get it in.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, guys, I didn't want to talk about too much today. Just another day in the life video, or one of our first day in the life videos.
Our next day in the life video is going to be a lot more extensive.
Yeah, we're going to try to make some longer content. You know, that's really important on YouTube. A lot of our YouTube viewers are here to watch lots of information, to learn lots about us. And what Max and I have learned is that a lot of the homeowners that we do estimates for actually do their little bit of internet stalking before they meet us. So we'll give you something to watch, show you the ins, the outs. But today's Wednesday, you know, spending some labor and man hours getting these machines out before it's too late. But, you know, thanks so much for watching, guys. Not too much going on here. And if you're a homeowner
looking to get a new backyard in 2022,
what do we do?
We install swimming pools. We install beautiful outdoor kitchens. We install beautiful pavilions, 3-season rooms. We do spas. We do fire features, water features, paver patios,
artificial turf.
Artificial turf.
If you're looking for any of that, give us a call. 248-302-9175. We can't wait to work with you. Alrighty, guys.
Love it.